tonight, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Had a little trouble logging in. Give me a second. I'm getting organized. Nice to see you guys in here. All right, we are good to go. Let's see. I know you can't see my screen. That's an issue, right? No screen. All right, let's see if we can get this thing square. I wonder if somebody else logged in. If Jim, are you here tonight, buddy? It has me as a non-presenter. I just figured out how to switch it back. Okay. Let's see. We need that screen clean. All right, we should be in business. All right, so now let's get started. Welcome to the webinar. Can everyone see my screen and hear my voice? Give me a quick Y if we're good. All right, fantastic. Welcome, welcome. Happy to be here. I'll skip the disclaimer. You guys know it too well. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome new guys. Happy to have you here. So look, we are 40 days already into the third quarter. So you got 52 left. All right, so you know the calendar story. You know what to do. All right, getting caught up on the books. This one, we finished it, or I finished it. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but the problem is with this stuff like this, every time I talk about these things, it sparks the questions about this. So last couple of weeks generated some emails. I'm going to discuss that a little bit tonight, and then we'll get into some charting. So the next book that I'm into right now is this book. It's pretty decent. I like the guy. I don't know. You know, I guess you kind of like people that are like similar types of personality, or you flock towards a certain type of person. I like this dude. He's pretty cool. Anyway, if you're following along in the books, great. If not, I understand. It's summer or whatever. We'll get back. We'll pick another book for the next quarter. We'll figure it out. So here we are, right? We are July done. What is today? The 10th, right here. So, like I said, your minus 43 days. We got about 52 days left. Right? We got Labor Day in there. Just got to figure out where you are and what you're going to do. All right. Some people have been sending some stuff in. It's been fantastic. And I know some of you are reluctant to send stuff. Maybe the results aren't what you're looking for. I think I wanted to say something about Dakota. He's on fire right now, but don't bombard him every 5 minutes with questions. He's just doing the same shit that I teach everyone. He just caught fire in a different way now. I'm excited to see it. Mohammed, I want to talk about your stuff a little bit tonight. How are you doing, buddy? Post in there real quick. Let me know what's up. All right. And then once we hit, listen, last quarter right here. 50 days from now, you'll be like, oh, I can't believe the year's almost gone. And then you know how this goes, man. From here over, this is like a scratch, man. So really there's, I don't know, 3 or 4 months left in the year. This December's a bust. There's a couple good trading days in here, but the problem is the mindset changes to holiday mode and everybody kind of tops out. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that. I think the drill is probably helping you. So Mohammed was doing the high-low drill and a couple other people, and it's helping them turn the corner. And, you know, if I had a nickel for every time somebody told me, man, when I finally listen to you and do the drills and the homework, things turn around. So the problem is with that is that people don't want to do the work. They want to come in here, throw money at me, and start trading. And that's not how it works, man. Look, the greatest quarterback of all time, in my opinion, Tom Brady. Guy goes to practice every day, right? They walk through 50 hours to play 1 hour on Sunday. And you have to adopt that same mentality. You have to figure out that you need to do 1,000 charts to trade one. You need to do 100,000 markups to be able to trade a handful of them during the week. You have to do the work. And I don't know how else to say it. and I tell you this all the time, and I'm going to say it again tonight, is that when I was training one-on-one, I had to turn in my work before I could move forward. And if I didn't turn in my work, I had class once a week, and if I didn't turn in my work, he told me to pack it, get the hell out of here. So I did my work. You know, I bullshitted him one time. I told him, oh, I couldn't get to the, I used to FedEx my documents. Okay, let me back up and tell you how old I am. I used to print it out on a tractor feed printer. If you don't know what that shit is, look it up. You have to peel the little circle paper off the edges. And I used to break it into sheets and mark it up and send it to him. FedEx. And, I tried that trick. Oh, FedEx cut off. I missed it. It's on the way. Dog ate my homework. Typical bullshit. And then I learned real quick when there was no lesson that week and I was looking forward to it. I learned, do the work, do the work. And I can't say that enough to everybody in here. And I know I'm hitting some nerves on some people right now. I know. Probably the way I felt 23 years ago. Just do the work, man. Send it to me. Don't send it to me. I can't hold the group accountable as I could if it was one-on-one. But I know who's struggling and I know who's not. So send me something. I say this every week, and I'm going to say it again. Someone finally sent me something that hadn't sent me something, and I'm happy to have that. I won't mention your name, brother. But thank you. Just step out of your comfort zone, man. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable business. That's the problem. There's humans, and human nature requires that you have some certainty in your life. This is an uncertain business, but if you follow what I'm telling you to do, you could be as certain as you can possibly be in a risk-based business. Fire department is a risk-based business. Your life is on the line and other people's lives are on the line. The risk is property and life, or life and property in that order. So nobody's dying in this business. Nobody's getting killed. Nobody's getting burnt up or dying in a traffic accident. The least you could do is click the mouse. And ask anybody that's ever written me, talk to me. I never shred you. I'm here for you. I'll give you constructive criticism and give you some ideas. Problem is, you don't want to hear what I have to say because you don't want to. I'm going to make you do some shit and you don't want to do it. Right? It's the bottom line. All right, so look, we're prepping for August. August is almost over, man. Now I got to change this next week to prep for September. You should be using a 12-week year. Brand new guys, this is the book. We field guide or just a regular 12-week year. Base your stuff. Plan yourself around 12 weeks and have some enthusiasm. All right, so I'm going to talk about this headbanding stuff. So here's the deal. Bruce Lipton is the go-to guy as far as I'm concerned. He's expensive, but you can learn his concepts by looking at a couple of YouTube videos, and I'm going to tell you my experience and how you can get yourself started. Listen, it's like anything else. You can hear about it all day. If you don't friggin' do it, it doesn't work. It's like anything else, like doing homework. This is part of your homework. The thing that's crazy about this is this guy kind of found a loophole in psychology, and you can train yourself a different way that allows you or allows it to work. So that's his name, Bruce Lipton. He has YouTube videos. He has a channel. Go see his channel. But I'm going to tell you the main video that it's all built on. All right. So if you remember, I said this a while ago, last week maybe. I took that snapshot right there for you. It says, give me the child until 7 and I'll show you the man. So what he's saying is that from age 0 to 7, you're in a different type of brainwave. And that you are absorbing everything around you and forming your basis and your foundation of how you're going to behave the rest of your life. So your parents beat you or abused you as a child, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody that's gone through any of this stuff. I'm just speaking loosely. If you were abused, if you had any kind of problems growing up from 0 to 7, if you saw spousal abuse, either way, mother on father, father on mother, anything, any type of stuff, your electric got cut off, you were hungry, any kind of things like that, when you were 0 to 7, those things became permanently hidden in your subconscious. They're in there. Okay? And that is your programming. So the way you click a mouse on the trading, the way you feel about money, all developed from age 0 to 7. Listen, I grew up 70s, and I went through some shit too. So nobody's perfect. Nobody's family's perfect. Parents did the best they could what they had. And I'm sure everyone's in the same boat. But you got to realize that this is a never-ending cycle. Your parents acted a certain way because their parents taught them, and the great-grandparents taught your grandparents a certain way. You have to decide that the cycle stops with you and make some changes. Okay? Can't lose that extra 5 or 10 pounds. This is the reason. Afraid that to click the mouse or lose money, it's part of society and part of the way you were brought up. It's just deep-seated emotions and problems that you have to figure out how to get past. And this guy kind of figured out a loophole in it. All right, so the main video I got the information was The Psychology of Belief. It's on YouTube, right? I already mentioned he's got a lot of stuff on there you can go through and look at. The reason that this stuff works is that a lot of people cannot be put under for hypnosis. I told you a story. I walked out in the middle of a session, and I don't even know how I stumbled onto this stuff. Maybe just searching. And I coached with a Psych K therapist a couple years ago now. And he helped me develop a personal command audio track, if you will. So the idea is, and you'll hear it on Bruce's video, I don't want to spend too much time talking about it, but when you start to fall asleep every night, your body passes through the states like alpha, beta, your brain waves. And there's a hole in your brain, so to speak, that when you're dozing off, you allow stuff in and can be reprogrammed into your subconscious or put new programs in your subconscious. So what you have to do is create an audio track of the commands that are not right with you. You want to lose weight? You have to give your body the commands to follow out that task. And it's a little more complex than just saying, I want to lose weight. Your brain doesn't work like that. Your brain needs specific instruction. Okay, this is right from a Psych K therapist, which Bruce Lipton is, to me, he's the father of Psych K, or the founder of this stuff. And this guy coached through him, and this guy coached me. So we developed a track. And the way to do it is to get one of these. I don't do affiliate links and all that. Just go on Amazon and pick up one of these headbands. I can tell you that I've had several of them, and it needs to be thin and comfortable and breathable. Neoprene will not work. Your head will sweat. They make like wool ones for winter. That shit won't work. It's too hot. It's uncomfortable. I found one that's kind of like almost like an athletic Nike type shirt. I don't know if that would be like nylon or something, but you could almost see through the fabric. So that's where headbanding came from. So get a headband. Bluetooth is better. Don't have wires, man. You might choke yourself in your sleep. So get a Bluetooth one, some kind of material that's thin, comfortable, breathable, whatever you want to call it. All right. Amazon has them. There's separate companies that have them. Cozy makes one, but it looks wool to me. I didn't buy that brand. That's a new brand that came out after this stuff kind of took off. All right. So you get this wireless headset and you create a track on your phone. Right. You want to give your subconscious direct commands on what to do. It has to be a simple list of actionable items. You can't say, I want to lose weight. Your brain's like, okay, good for you. You have to say, I will go to the gym and exercise 30 minutes a day. That's a command. Right? Or I will exercise every day at 5 p.m. I will go to the office at 12 a.m., 1 a.m. That's an actionable command to your brain. Not, I'm going to show up at the office and take some trades. That's not good enough. I will go to the office and do a check down at 1 a.m. I will go to the office at 3 a.m. for the London Open and trade euro. You have to be very specific If you want to send me some commands, I'll look at it and see if it falls in line with what I was taught. Okay? It needs to be in blocks. So let's say you want to work on your physical, then you need to make a block of physical commands and listen to those for a month or so. Then you want to adjust something in your trading. I move my stop too soon. I will stop moving my stop loss at plus 10, or I will move my stop loss at plus 20. Something, a direct and assertive command to your brain. Okay? Slow the recording down on your phone. It's very simple. There's a little slider. So I used to be an Apple guy. I hate Apple. I'm a Samsung stylus guy now. My wife hates me for that. There's a divide in my house. Everybody has Apple but me. I refuse to go back. So I have my reasons. Don't ask me. But anyway, on Samsung S22 Ultra, whatever the hell it is, there's a slider on there that you can slide it back and forth, and you can slow it down to 0.8 or 0.9. If you're a fast talking person like me, it's got to be 0.8. I go too fast. If you talk kind of slow already, 0.9 should work. All right, and you can add some background music. Some kind of meditative music, some kind of relaxing music. If you start looking into this shit, there's music that opens up your brain waves to be more receptive. That's the kind of stuff you want to put on there. All right? So that's how you set this stuff up. All right? Good. Any questions real quick? It's a simple process, man. Just look at Bruce Lipton's videos. To sum it up, look at Bruce Lipton's videos, get yourself a headband, and give your brain some actionable requests. When you watch the video, it'll come clear to you what he's talking about. He talks about you travel through your waves when you're falling asleep. Your brain is open to receiving commands in the part right before you fall asleep. So to give you my own experience real quick, and then I'll wrap it up. Put this thing on your head. I have my list of actionable requests or commands from my brain. I play it. You start to fall asleep. You doze off, and these commands are going into your mind. And by the way, you need to put this on a loop and let it run indefinitely, like all night. Okay? And about an hour in, you'll fall asleep. And then maybe an hour, hour and a half in, you'll go through your first REM or sleep cycle, and you'll kind of come back out of it. Take the headband off, throw it on the floor, and go back to bed. That's it. You need to do it for the first hour or so of sleep every night until it wakes you back up. Because you know you fall into REM, you sleep a 90-minute cycle, and you start to come out of it, and you go for another 90 minutes, and that's a 3-hour sleep cycle. Do you ever notice when you wake yourself off and cut yourself off and you feel like shit all day on 10 hours of sleep? Or you sleep for 4 hours, but you catch yourself between cycles and you feel fantastic and you can't explain it? That's why. Because you cycled out of your sleep cycle and you feel more awake and alert. If you cut yourself off, you struggle that day with your sleep. That's why it's important to go to bed roughly the same time every day, get up and keep some kind of schedule. But I'm getting off on a whole tangent now. But that's how this stuff works. The commands will get into your subconscious and you will follow them out without even realizing. Do you notice how certain things are easy for you to do and they form habits, like lay in bed and play on your phone or watch Netflix and chill all friggin' day? Okay, well, you're going to find a new program and a new way to be, and this will help you get there. You'll find yourself unconsciously doing certain things that you commanded yourself to do. Struggling with a few pounds of weight, this will help you get rid of it. Struggling with your discipline at the platform, include those in your recording and it'll make a difference. It could be anything from holding to take profit, entering on the first setup and not being scared to click the mouse. This will help those things, man. And it's crazy. You know, you guys know I use when I do my planner, my daily planner, I use like a 4-square type thing where I talk about body and diet, relationship, and like spiritual motivation, self-help type stuff, and then business, right? And pretty much in that order. You're working on yourself, your immediate relationships, self-motivation, and then business. So your 4 squares, relationship, I might have learned this from him. I can't remember where, some book. Just do one nice thing for somebody every day. It could be your wife, significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. But I started doing that and it made a difference in my life. A big difference. And it doesn't seem like much, but it goes a long way, man. Because then what happens is it gets reciprocated back to you, and then you do something else, and it turns into, I don't know, a love fest. And that's the whole point, isn't it? All right. Any questions on this? You could drop me an email. Let's get to the charting stuff, my favorite stuff anyway. All right, so I got a couple, 3 or 4 pop quizzes in a row, and then we'll look at some charts, man. We'll go over this stuff. All right, I'm going to shut up for 90 seconds. Nah, 90 seconds too long. I'm going to shut up for a minute, and then we'll look at this chart, and then we'll do a couple of other ones. You right? Ready? 1 minute on the clock. Go. All right, what do you guys got, man? Post it up there. Okay, let me see what we got. All right, so you can see the time on here. This is the end of the day reversal back into consolidation, right? Okay, look at the liquidity high. See the stripe? Heavy liquidity. You got yellow, orange, yellow. Nobody's getting through that. I don't care who you are, you ain't dealing through that. Right? VWAP's following. This is the 50 EMA. Right? It looks like I'm saying so, but it's 50 EMA. Right? Which is volume weighted average price. You have end of day M structure, right? Little mini double top, pulls down, another double, a bigger double top. Okay, look at all the liquidity in here, absorption, how heavy those lines are to turn these points. Okay, in order to get a validated M formation, we need a close below this liquidity to get absorption. Right? You get the close back through, you come out to the outside edge, and you want to refine the entry. There's pins here, it's hard to see. There's pins here. You would drag this box out into the future, and it's probably a box of about 7 to 10 pips. It also happens to be right in line with 50 EMA. You refine the entry, price breaks, locks the direction in sell side, comes back. If you notice, it doesn't take out this level. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But you have sellers have the book, they flip it from here and from here. Your entry is sell limit order in the box or sell on a close below the 13 EMA, and you got yourself a nice trade. All right, this is another tiny little entry, but it's not clear. You would have took leg 1, leg 2, leg 1, leg 2 of a larger M, leg 1, leg 2. And that's it. If you notice, this level holds for the rest of the day. Right? If you took this level out into the future, see the lines? That's where I got the idea to draw the boxes on it. Right there. Another entry. Now, if you're in this and you're holding it and you're down here in consolidation, you don't exit the trade until it breaks above the next level. It did not break above the next level. Ended up just staying sideways. But you had been sleeping by now. This is way late. This is a nice little trade and you're out. Okay, if you got that, great. If you didn't, Omar, it's irrelevant, man. This is slices of microseconds. But spread out over time, these are crunched together. It's hard to explain. Okay, so what do you got going on here? Same thing. Tell me. Go. 30 seconds.